Hello, welcome to my channel. We're going to make a big dinner tonight. So I'm so glad you are here. Well, let's get started. I'm going to make smothered hamburger, steaks, patties, whatever you want to call them. I've got 2 pounds of hamburger meat, and I wanted 2 pounds so I would have extra for tomorrow. And I want to put them in this deep pan so I'll have enough to make my gravy so I can smother them good. Oh, I love these hamburger meats in that brown gravy. And we're going to make some good brown gravy. Okay, I think 4 is all I'm going to be able to get in here. And I'm only going to lightly, let me wash my hands. I'm only going to lightly salt them because I want my gravy to really be the star of the show. Alright, I'm going to put just a little bit of garlic powder. And that's all I'm going to do. Alright, we're going to cook some squash. I'm going to fry some. I'm going to put just a little bit of buttermilk. I don't want it to get them too wet. Okay. Alright, and I have cornmeal. I have a cup of cornmeal and a half a cup of flour. And it's all-purpose flour. And I'm going to put some breadcrumbs. Now these are pinko breadcrumbs. You can put any that you want. I'm going to get this stirred up good. Okay, I'm going to put this pink salt. I'll put a little bit in here. I've got potatoes back here cooking to go with our dinner. Alright, I'm going to get these squash all mixed around here. Alright, I've got my grease here. I'm going to get these good. My grease is good and hot. These are going to be good. You want your grease hot. If you don't, your batter will fall off of them. And I'm just going to drop them in here. And squash, you can put quite a few in here. You don't have to worry about your pan being too overcrowded with squash. Okay, that's all I'm going to put in there. Alright, let me get the rest of these coated in this buttermilk. Oh, I tell y'all, I love squash. And I have found it on sale, 4 or 5 times. I don't think I ever would get tired of squash. Alright, let's get it. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit because I want it to cook fast. Alright, let me wash my hands. Alright, I'm going to salt my potatoes, and I like to put a lot of salt. I'm going to put, I know, a good tablespoon. Because you want your salt, you want your potato water, you want it to be good and salty. Put that back there. This is this side of the stove, I don't know why, it just won't cook real fast. These burners over here, they really Okay, y'all, look at this squash. You see how fast it cooked? And you see all the batter is still on it. Okay, I want my fire up hot. And it doesn't, I only used maybe 1/4 of a cup of buttermilk. It doesn't take much. Buttermilk, milk, water, whatever you want to use. Ooh, I can't wait to eat some of this squash. Okay, let me get the rest of it battered here. What y'all having for supper? I know some of y'all like squash. What's some of the squash recipes y'all do? Oh, I'd love to know them. Okay, I got all that battered. Let me wash my hands. All right, we'll just be frying squash. We're almost done with our squash. I want y'all to look at that wonderful squash. When you cook it high, the batter stays on it. See how crunchy that is? How that looks? And if you cook it high. Alright, we're down to our last little bit of squash. And then I can move this pan over there and get our hamburger meat to cook. But you'll want to cook your squash on high. And you may think, that's too hot. No, it's not. And our hamburger meat here, it doesn't matter if not every one of them is done. It doesn't matter. Because they're going to cook in this really good brown gravy. Okay, let me get 2 more hamburger patties in there. And I will have leftovers for tomorrow. And I love having leftovers. Okay, and I don't really want my patties too big. Alright, let me wash my hands. Oh, that paper towel, I tell you what, I could have to do away with the whole thing there. Alright, I'm going to let them cook just a little bit longer. Alright, these squash are done. I tell you, I think I could eat this whole bowl of squash. That is how much I love squash. Okay. Alright, I'm going to move that over there. And I'm going to get these hamburger patties finished cooking here. And this is going to be just about as much grease as we're going to need to make this gravy. Alright, we're going to let these cook. Okay, our meat's getting done. In fact, I'm going to take these 2 out And if they're not completely done, that's okay, because they're going to cook in this gravy. And we have about 4 tablespoons of oil, and that is just about what we need, because I want a lot of gravy. Alright, I'm going to turn my fire up high, and I'm not sure how much flour I'll need. Yeah, I'll need more than that. You'll want to cook this, and it'll take a few minutes, because you'll want your gravy good and brown. And it'll probably take 10 minutes. And you'll just kind of want to watch it, because you don't want it to burn. Now once I get the flour where I want it and we make our gravy, then I will season my gravy, because you know we didn't season our hamburger meat. I only did a little bit of garlic powder. But here's our meat, and I've cut up 2 large onions, and I've cut them big because I want to eat an onion. Just keep stirring. Alright, y'all see how brown it's getting? Alright, that's where I want it. And I have one of these 32 ounce of beef broth. And I'm going to use the whole thing. You might need to add a little bit of water. I'm going to put a good tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And I'm going to put a lot of pepper, because I like a lot of pepper. I probably put a good teaspoon. Now I'm not going to put a whole lot of salt right now. I put about a half a teaspoon. I want all the lumps out of it. And I'm going to get me some water just in case. Just in case I need it, I will have it. And I think I am going to put some water. I put about a cup. Now I'm going to get our hamburger patties. Like I said, it doesn't matter if they're not done. And all that juice right there, I'm going to put it in there. Now these big old onions. I sliced them thick. Now since this is cooked so low, I'm going to move it over here because I want it to cook slow. And you don't want to stir it too much because you'll break your hamburger patties up. We're going to let this cook probably 20 minutes. I had to change pans. I should have known. But it started boiling over. Alright, at this point, I'm going to taste it. And it needs salt. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon because I can always come back and salt it. Y'all, I want to show you my supper. I had to get a bigger pan. I figured I would. Should have done it. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh, goodness. All right. I'm going to get some of our potatoes. Look at those big old onions. All right. Ooh. And the star of the show, our squash. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? Oh goodness, we gotta try this. Yep. I haven't made this in a while. Let's get a bite of our squash. Y'all, it is so good. And these onions. Hot. Thank you for being on my channel and cooking supper with me. The hamburgers, the patties that we stewed in the brown gravy that we made, the mashed potatoes, our fried squash. It's the star of the show. Thank y'all so much. And if you would like and subscribe until the next video.